This is Oscar Bevis for IFL TV. Delighted to be joined by my man, Spencer Oliver. Good to see you, mate.
Always good to see you, mate.
Yeah, how are we today?
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good. We find ourselves after that mayhem last night and that press conference, which was absolutely insane, and we'll get onto that in a minute. We find ourselves in Wolverhampton. For Adam Azim challenging for the European title against Frank Petterjan. Looking forward to that. And Tyler Denny gets an opportunity as well against Sagnini as well. So, listen, it's a big opportunity for both of these guys up here in Wolverhampton. It's going to be a good little card, actually.
Well, just speaking to Johnny, and he said, sorry to bring it up, he said that 11 fights, you won your European title. This could be 10 for Adam Azim. It's about to be broken, Spence. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, do you know what, though? Oscar, I've held that title for 26 years. How old are you?
I'm 25.
You weren't even on the planet, mate. Do you know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, like, if there's anyone that I want to give that title to, it's Adam Azim. He grafts hard. He's a hard grafter. He's super talented. And you go, someone's got to break it at some point. You know, I mean, 26 years is a long fucking time to hold a title for the quickest person from Britain to win a European title. So, yeah, I'm happy to give that up, mate. I really am. And look, Petterjan's, stylistically, I think he's made for Adam Azim. Southpaw, come forward. Like, he's got a good boxing IQ, but I think he's a little bit too slow. And I think that could be his undoing. I know he's been training with a French amateur national team, trying to, use them for that speed and mobility. But that's not going to be enough, I don't think. I think Adam Azim is the star of the future. I think he goes out there and he gets the job done inside 6 rounds.
When was the last time you saw a fighter with the kind of hype that is being pushed behind Adam Azim? We know where we believe he's all going to go. We know where he should go with talent like that. Yeah. When was the last time you can remember a fighter who had that?
Listen, I'm just trying to remember now. I think Adam Azim is one of those rare breeds that come along that he has. He is super talented and
like general acceptance from everyone inside the sport.
Because they know how good he is. Rumours from gyms circulate. People know what goes on inside gyms and whatnot. They know. Adam Azim has always been a super talented kid, but he's sort of like in the last sort of 24 months or so, he's really just pushed on where you just look at him and go, this kid's special. You know what I mean? We've been in the game a long time. People know that. They can spot that. I mean, what he's going to find out now he's competing at this level, well, I hope he doesn't find that out, but I said to him, be prepared to be put on a seat of your pants and how you deal with that, not to panic. Keep calm, do you know what I mean? Keep, all that sort of stuff, because he's got to go through all of that. Do you know what I mean? He's going to have to go through all those sort of stages. And this level that he's at right now is a time when he can get tested, and I think that's what he's got to be prepared for, and that's when we find out if he is what we think he's going to be. Because I think that he has got all those star qualities. But like I say, I'm looking forward to it, man. I like these sort of shows. 3,000 Wolverhampton Hall sold out. Local lads getting their opportunity. I mean, Tyler Denny. Let's talk about Tyler Denny, man. Like, this kid has done it the old school hardcore way. Do you know what I mean? Old school hard way. Sorry, where he's done it on the road, where he's gone into that other guy's backyard. He's the underdog. For majority of his career, he's been the underdog, and he's always been upsetting that. And and going in there and winning an English title, and then getting this opportunity for a European title, mate. I've got to say, for him, this is like a dream come true, because it's life changing, and that's what I love about the sport. That it gives people opportunity, but it also gives them future as well. And I think that's important. Tyler Denny, I sort of, talked about that, and he said, listen, I'm not going to let this go lightly. He's got a 44-year-old guy here in Signani, but he's a tough guy, man. He's been campaigning at that level for a long time, but at some point he's got to pass the baton over. He should be at home with his slippers on, surely, at 44. You know what I mean? He's not far off my age, mate. I've been retired 25 years. It's absolutely insane. So you just expect that, I'm hoping that Denny can do it, because if he wins that title, and with what's going on at the moment in the world of boxing and all this stuff happening over in Saudi Arabia, you don't know what opportunities come around. And Tyler Denny has done it the hard way, and people like that, you just want to see him get the most out of the sport, because he deserves it. Do you know what I mean? His sacrifices he's had to make, that he's had to put in. It's one of those fairy tale stories.
Yeah, I remember speaking to him after he drew for the English title when he was ready. He said to pack it in, so it'd be brilliant to see him lift the European title. I've got to come on to yesterday. It felt a bit surreal. Everyone getting their own little walkout, seeing Joshua and Wilder up together, Eddie and Frank up together. feel a couple of people pinching ourselves at the little clips we managed to get for YouTube.
It was absolutely insane, mate. You know, you got 12 promoters there, 12 of the best promoters from around the world with fighters on there, and you know, it is a Queensbury promotion. You know, I think Frank Warren's done an amazing job by, you know, getting into the Saudis, putting on these amazing events. You know, to see Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn sitting at the same table, let alone the same room, is bizarre enough for me. But yeah, it all went pretty well, to be fair. And like, to see all these big stars there, Joshua didn't look particularly happy. He looked a little bit, you know, uncomfortable with the situation. But everyone else just seemed to be enjoying the moment, you know. It was one of those. It was, I think that Joshua probably feels that he's got something to prove and he wants to go out there and prove that. You know, he's coming off that showreel knockout against Hellenius. I think he probably wants to build on that, but he's picked a tricky one in Otto Wallin, because Wallin's one of those guys that knows how to fiddle his way around it, you know what I mean? He's like coming off that good win against Gassiev. We saw what he done with Tyson Fury, fiddled his way through that one, cut Fury badly, so potential banana skin for Joshua, but I think he knows what he's got to do. Do you know what I mean? He knows what he's going to go in there and do, but what a card, man. Absolutely insane. Can't wait to get out there, mate. So, yeah, please God, we're there.
Well, it's the hub, and it's the hub of boxing at the moment.
A little bit of winter sun, do you know what I mean? It's just about...
Actually, if you're going to pick somewhere to have fights in the winter, do it somewhere like that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it gets a little bit chilly at night, but in the day, it's perfect. You know what I mean? Like 80, 90 degrees. That's it. That'll do me. Yeah.
You mentioned Joshua, and you mean to spend ages and ages breaking the fight down. But in terms of Ben Davidson coming in the camp, obviously he cornered Tyson for his fight with Otto Wallin. I don't know if that might be part of the reason or not. A little bit of a shock due to his Tyson links to see them work together. What would you make of that move from AJ?
It doesn't surprise me, to be fair, and it will be a little bit of, well, he's worked against Otto Wallin with Tyson Fury, so he'll know what the strengths and the weaknesses of Otto Wallin. That homework would have already been done. I know it's a different style, but they would have already done a lot of, Ben would have already done that. Ben's a great student of the game. Doesn't surprise me at all, because Anthony Joshua's always been one of those guys that likes to go around gyms, training with different trainers. Even though when he's got a regular trainer, like Sean Murphy when he was his amateur coach, Joshua likes to go around getting information from people. That's just the way that he is. You know, other fighters would say, well, you get confused doing that and you won't know, you know, your left arm from your right. But if it works, it works. And Anthony Joshua's that type of person. So he's not dropped Derek James. He just feels that for this fight, with what's on the line and with where he's at the moment, and he wants to get his spot on, Ben Davidson has worked against Otto Wallin before. So it's the right man for the job. And Ben's a good trainer.
In terms of Deontay Wilder, a bit calmer, cooler, more collected than normal. I didn't hear any bomb squad shouts, so I don't know. Is this a changed man in Wilder? He was one of the coolest up there. I
think everyone was a little bit blown away. If I'm honest, like, you know what I mean. It was all a little bit surreal. You got like,
you reckon everyone's on their best behaviour? The Saudi Arabian money, the chance everyone's going to be nice about.
Got His Excellency up there, like in Wembley Arena, hanging off the balcony. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Turkey Al Sheikh is like giving this big speech about how they're investing into sport, into boxing, and the big fights they're going to bring to Saudi Arabia and everything else. And you just sit there going like, this is just all. It is all surreal. It is all surreal, you know, because it is prize fighting, and fighters ultimately fight for money, and that's what it's about, and securing families' futures, etc. And with this Saudi money on the table as well, it's a huge opportunity for a lot of people.
Pretty simple one. Does Deontay Wilder knock out Joseph Parker?
I think so, yeah. I think that Parker's a good fighter, and I think he's coming for a good win. But I just think that Deontay Wilder's explosive right hand could be the shot that does it.
In terms of Jarrell Miller, the loudest up there, he was never going to go quietly, was he, Jarrell?
No, never going to go quietly, man. It was always going to be that way, you know. Like Daniel Dubois, who trains with Don Charles. Don Charles is a great trainer. He's got Daniel loosening up a little bit more. We saw what Daniel done actually against Alexander Usyk. I think he put in a credible performance. A lot of people felt, including myself, that wasn't a low blow and it could have been totally different. He let that opportunity go, and Usyk got back into the fight. But it is what it is. Usyk comes out winner, but Dubois come away there with a lot of confidence, and I think now he's going in against Miller, and he can't afford to stand there and trade with Miller. But I think that's why Don Charles has been working on this elusiveness, this movement, slimming him down a little bit to sort of slowly chip away and break Miller up. That's another good fight again, man. Looking forward to that.
There's a bit of a cloud that hangs around Jarrell Miller. I know Don alluded to it yesterday. How do you kind of feel about that? I guess in boxing, time doesn't really forget, does it?
No, absolutely. Listen, once a drug cheat, always drug cheat. Do you know what I mean? It's there, done. You know what I mean? He's been given the opportunity because his ban is up. You know what I mean? He served his time. My answer to that is, I've always been an advocate of saying, listen, you get caught fucking taking drugs, performance enhancing drugs, you shouldn't get given a second opportunity. They should throw the book at you, mate, because lives are on the line when you get in that ring. God forbid fucking one of them dies and the person fails a test. What's he get done for murder? Do you know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about here. So it should be, I want to clean the sport up as much as possible. I want the sport to be as clean as possible. So, I'm not a big fan of second chances, but he served his time. So what can you say?
I suppose he's here and here to fight on December 23rd. Just a quick one away from yesterday and on to today. I know we can't say too much yet, but I think everyone kind of knows what's going on in London today. The big announcement. Yesterday was big. This is the big announcement.
The big announcement. The big announcement. And we'll leave it for you to decide what that big announcement is. But yeah, that's happening today. 6 p.m, I believe, in it. That's going. What time are we now? Oh yeah, we're a bit early, so can't tell you. Yes.
I'll put this up at 6. It's cool.
Yeah, of course you will. Are you going to put it up at 6? They're going to go up before that, isn't it? But anyway, the big announcement. You know what it is, and a surprise big announcement. You don't know that, do you? Nah. There's another huge announcement tonight. So the one that you know, and did you know that? So they're going to announce something tonight, aren't they? The big announcement. Everybody's the worst kept secret in the world. That's fine. And we know the date on that one. So we're going back out.
Am I being stupid here?
No. And there's another huge announcement. But you're going to have to wait till 6 o'clock and you'll hear it. Yeah, there you go.